Make sure I got everything sitting right here. Yo, 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 can y'all hear me? What up, people? Like on the way in, like on the way in. What up, Nate? Nat Rambo, what up? Bobby, what up? Drew, Edwin, what up? Miguel, Rocco, what up? Tyler, Kawasaki, what up? I know I don't usually go on this early. A lot of people gonna be mad they missed the live, but I'm a little under the weather here, and so you're gonna hear a lot of sniffing in this. And it's about to rain out here. So I said I got to get this in before the rain come because I won't be able to do it. What y'all got on this game, man? What y'all feeling on this game, man? Sorry for all the sniffing. I'm under the weather, man. Miguel said it's a wrap. Thing about it, Miguel, though, man, is this is who we are. This is who we are. There's no light turning on. All of a sudden, we're gonna start executing. All of a sudden, we're gonna start figuring it out, putting it together. This is who we are. We are a middle of the pack team. Man, I might not even catch the storm. We are a middle of the pack team to the lower side of the middle of the pack. We shouldn't struggle with a team like the Cleveland Browns unless we're on the same level as the Cleveland Browns. And it seems like that's exactly who we are. We're on the same level. We're all on the same level. We are in the same conversation with the Atlanta Falcons, with the Saints, with the Panthers, with the Cleveland Browns. We in them same conversations. That's just who we are. So I think as a fan base, we got to stop waiting on them to start executing because we are currently 5-6. 5-6. That's who we are. We sub 500. Everybody in our division is sub 500. We a sub 500 team in a sub 500 division. And how we played today is who we are. And it's crazy because we got all of these offensive weapons. Um, the offensive line, man, shout out to Tristan Wirfs. Tristan Wirfs just went down, not just went down, but he went down in the game. And it was so the thing was so brutal, they wouldn't even show the replay of what happened to him. They said it was too gruesome. So we came into this season feeling like we was gonna have somewhat a formidable team. Man, little did we know our offensive line was going to be the dictator of our season. And this coaching, how do you leave the game? How do you leave with 2 timeouts? How you end the game with 2 timeouts? I feel like had we used our timeouts effectively, we could have did something. But we just didn't. We didn't use our timeouts. We left the game with 2 timeouts and had the ball in our hand. That's coaching. That's game management. That's clock management. Some of Brady passes weren't where they needed to be. Mike Evans is showing no effort at all. Mike Evans is showing no effort. Like it almost seemed like now some of them was overthrown, but it almost seemed like if you don't put that ball right on, like in his hands, he's just not going to catch it. He's not going to give his body up. He's not going to do the things that Chris Brown. He's not going to do the things that Chris Godwin is doing to catch that ball. He's just not going to do that. And he's shown that all season he's not going to do that. He's not going to put his body in position to be hurt. Um, he's not balling out like he should be. He got pretty much shut down by whoever that corner was, whoever that corner was. And when teams start to feel like they can just guard Mike Evans one on one for any point in the game, that's a bad sign. It is. I don't think it's skill. I think it's effort. Now I don't know if he's playing hurt, which he probably is, but he's really, really, really protecting his body. He's really protecting his body. It's pretty bad. I mean, it shows in the game. Some of Tom Brady's starting to lose that accuracy. His decision making is still there, but the accuracy is starting to tailor off. Which you expect at some point for that to happen. So, but he's still playing good enough to win these games. Cameron Brady is still out there dropping passes. They use Cole Keith on the goal line. I mean, that goal line play for the touchdown. I just don't feel like why is he not more work there? Get Cole Keith in there more. We got to start going to these other options. And I'm not saying we did a bad job today. I'm just saying we got to start kind of opening this offense up because we see now that's where we at. We go in here and face one of these high-powered teams. We're not the caliber to beat these high-powered teams, and I don't think that's going to change. That doesn't mean we can't be formidable and we can't make it hard, and that don't mean we still can't push hard to get into the playoffs and see what happens. But how we play today is who we are. That's who we are, man. We had that game won. Like Kawasaki said, we had this game won. But some teams just got that. We're not leaving here with a loss. And the Bucs went into that, protect the lead, see what we can do kind of thing. Now, I would give the Browns got a formidable defense now. Don't sit back and act like they don't have a defense for us. They got one. And that Myles Garrett, man, beast. But how you don't chip him like that? We've been chipping him all game. How you wait to OT and don't chip him? It's a lot of things and decisions that I just didn't understand in this game. And that's why you're going to see a lot of Bucs fans point to coaching. Because it's a lot of decisions that just didn't make sense. I know they're going to get on Byron Leftwich and Bruce Arians. They're going to get on Byron Leftwich. They're going to get on Todd Bowles about their clock management, some of the play calling. I actually didn't have too much of a problem with the play calling, but it was just obvious that some stuff just wasn't going to work. And I felt like they kept going back to the stuff that has been proven that it wasn't going to work. But and then to open up the run game, you got to take some shots downfield, and I don't know, man. And Carlton Davis, man, when you got beat and you fell, I understand why they went to man. I get it. In OT, right? I understand why you went to man because of running game. They had 2 back-to-back runs that was killing you. So you got to man up, try to lock that run down. But Carlton Davis getting beat like that and just falling. We lost Tristan Wirth in OT. And we just seemed like Winfield Jr. got banged up in OT. See what happened when you go into OT and you put all that extra time? If that game would have ended when the regular 4 quarters ended, those 2 people aren't hurt. They're not hurt. But because you went into OT and because you had those extra snaps, now they hurt. Might be lost for the season on Tristan Wirfs. That's another offensive lineman that's gone. Bad decisions, man. Bad decisions lead to weeks and weeks and weeks, months and months of a downfall because you just make bad decisions in one game. It's bad, man. But it is what it is. This is who we are. Akeem, what up, man? Dave, feel the pain. What up, Tyler? I see you. Jacob, Bucs Life. What up, Bucs Life? Carlos, what up? Hooligans. Upchuck Gaming said, We lost this game because our offense, it's abysmal. It's an execution thing, man. It's an execution thing, that's who we are this season. That's who we are this season. We're a team that at the end of the day, when you look at the teams that's middle of the pack or the bottom of the league, they're middle of the pack and bottom of the league for specific reasons. And those reasons is what keep them there. A lot of times it's coaching. It's bad coaching. Or they don't got a quarterback. Or their defense is super soft. Or they don't got no weapons on offense. Or the play calling is bad. Or they got injuries at key positions. Or it's just reasons why they just at the bottom and they stay there. Front office could be a bad front office where they get rid of people they need to keep and they keep people they need to get rid of. We got a combination of things all working to keep us in the bottom half of the league. And some of the things that you just cannot have is lack of execution. If people are not getting open but when they do get open, we hit them, we can work with that. But if people are not getting open and when they get open, we throw the ball to them and then they don't catch it, i.e. execution, we can't do nothing with that. We can't do that with that. And when we got receivers open, Brady ain't hitting them. He ain't hitting them all. But again, shoot Brady a little bit of bail. If you're getting harassed in the pocket, your internal clock starts to go down. So instead of feeling like you got 4 seconds, you really feel like you got 3 or 2. And maybe you don't step all the way into that throw. And then we got penalties that's just at bad times. Real bad penalties at real bad times. And a few of them plays, the Browns helped us by getting penalties. Again, teams at the bottom half of the league, that's what they do. Third and short, you overthrow the pass, they get a pass interference. Or if you're on defense and they get the first down, it get called back for holding. And you just can't seem to get out your own way. Teams in the bottom half of the league, that's what they do. That's what we do. So we gotta be honest and be truthful about who we are as a team. Who we are is a middle of the pack team that cannot execute, that's got some questionable play calling and some bad game management. Terrible at execution. That's a losing combination right there. We got a bad losing combination. And these players, the good players are trying to fight through all of that. And even if we are solid for a quarter, we can't be solid for 2 quarters. Even if we solid for 2 quarters, we can't be solid for 3 quarters, can't be solid for 4 straight quarters. Teams at the bottom half of the league cannot play 4 quarters. That's us. Everything that makes us mediocre is what we are. So we just got to be truthful and honest about it. Third and shorts, as usual, killers. Yep. Any third down killers. Third and long, third and short, killers on both sides of the ball. When Carlton Davis fell and Amari Cooper caught that ball, I was like, that's it. When he got them 2 runs, when Nick Chubb got them 2 runs back to back, I said, that's it. If there was any time you needed to stop the run, and you knew that's where they was going, anytime you needed to stop the run, Todd Bowles, that was it. I would have sold out. I would have sold out for that run. I would have sold out. If we stopping the run, they beat us, we going one-on-one on the ends, and we selling out for the run. That's it. Drop the safety down. You will not run. You will pass it if you're going to do it. You will not run. And tell Jamel Dean and Carlton Davis that y'all got the nut up. Because y'all ain't got no help. I'm blitzing the safeties. Damn, they going to run. Y'all better get over the top and stay up there. That's what I would have did. But when you can't get pressure with your front 4, again, mediocre defenses can't get pressure with their front 4. And for some reason, we can't. On paper, it look like we should be able to, but we can't. Still failed to score more than 20 points. Yep. Again, what I ain't gonna keep repeating myself. Middle of the pack teams have a hard time getting over 21 points. Can't win like that. Williams said, we stink, bro. That's simple. Yeah, that's it. We stink. Tyler said, put a fork in it. I necessarily put a fork in it. We can still stumble and slide our way into the playoffs. And anything can happen in the playoffs if we shown you before, but the team is, I mean, we had a bye week. You had a bye week. You had the Browns after a bye week. This is a 3-7 team. You had a 3-win team after a bye week, and you still lost. You had a 3-win team after a bye week, and you still lost. And we had everyone. We had everyone. Well, we didn't have Leonard Fournette. We had Rashad White. We had Julio Jones, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. We had was running Colt Keith out there. We had on defense, we had Jamel Dean, CD3. We had Winfield Jr. We had both our linebackers. We had all our linemen. We had everybody. Everyone. And still lost. They scored at the beginning of the game and the end of the game. Won. Them 2 quarters in the middle, they just hung on. And that's all they needed to do was hang on. What he telling them in the locker room? The Browns locker room. In the Browns locker room, he said, good fight. Way to fight to the end. Way to never give up. Way to earn every yard. Jacoby, way to stick in there. Make those passes you need. Make the passes you needed them. All that type of stuff. That's what he's saying to his team. What is Ty Bowles saying to our team? Hey, guys, we got to execute better. We got to get off the field on 3rd down. The same stuff that they said every week. You go out there and beat the Seahawks. You eke out wins, and then you lose to the 3-win team, the Browns. After a bye week, when you got everybody back. That's a problem. Todd Bowles is a mediocre head coach. He should not be in the head coach. I don't know, man. I would say this. Most of the time we're gonna say that because we know what we were last year and the year before that, and we was playoff contenders for sure. But when he inherits this team, and the expectation is that we continue on with our dominance, and for us to take a step back, which we obviously took 1 or 2 steps back with the same team, which is crazy. But you look at him like he's a terrible head coach. And I don't necessarily think so. It is his first year as our head coach. Now, he's been a head coach before, but it's his first year as our head coach. So if any other coach came here and we had a 500 season, you will feel like we got something to work towards. So let's give him a little bit of time to figure out what his coaching style going to be with the players that he's coaching. But again, on paper, this team should definitely be up there with the top portion of the NFC, and we just not. So I get you, man. They need to get rid of Donovan Smith. Donovan Smith has good games, man. Donovan Smith ain't what I mean. He used to be horrible. Then he got good, and then he got mediocre, and he's kind of staying around playing pretty good to mediocre. But if you look at PFF ranking, Donovan Smith is ranking as one of the top left tackles in the NFL. He's near the top. He just gives up bad. He's the one that does penalties in the worst moment you could do a penalty. The worst moments. He's when he commits his penalties. He's got horrible timing when it comes to penalties. It's like, oh, we are struggling to get a first down. Oh, we get a first down. Hands to the face on Donovan Smith. Damn. Crucial third down, 3rd and 4. Play set up. Fake the snap. Who jumped? Donovan Smith. 3rd and 4 just became 3rd and 14. You just took away the whole purple page of plays. Now we only got the green plays in the back because of what you just did. And why? Why is he the only one? Because, again, he gets some of the premier pass rushes on his side. So he's anticipating the snap, anticipating the jump. She's getting his ass worked. So he's jumpy. That defensive lineman start moving. Donovan, he ain't even listening no more. He just fixated on stopping this man. And he just commit costly penalties every time. That's the thing. That's the problem with Donovan Smith. He's near the top, but his timing is horrible. If you're gonna commit an atrocity, do it on first down. Do it on first down. So we got more downs to recover from it. But you're gonna do it on 3rd and 4. Brady had to fight for his life to get that little shovel pass off. Got it off, got the first down. What? Hands to the face. Donovan Smith. And why? Brady was already a step up in the pocket and already getting rid of the ball when you put your hands in his face. So there was no need for that. You were already ineffective at blocking. Hand to the face, and we had the first down. We're moving the ball. But that's what mediocre teams do. Middle of the pack teams do it. What up, Mister? I see you. Black Crow, what up? That's what I'm saying, Tyler. They just get used to it. I'm not saying don't expect them to play better. I'm just saying we got as a fan base, we got to say, okay, we are a mediocre, middle of the pack team, and we playing a, let's say, top 5 team. So let's go into this game. Let's stick to our game plan. Let's see what we can do. Let's execute. Let's let them beat themselves. Let's not us beat ourselves, and let's see how it shake out. We got to stop going into these games like, man, we finna tell y'all as we got this, we got that, because we had all of that. We had all that and time. We had all that plus time. Came off a bye week. So it's no excuse. Taking a loss off a bye week, to me, has always been a tell of how your coaching is going. When you have a bye week and you got an extra week to study this team, and an extra week of practice and an extra week of rest, and you got all that extra time, and you can't make nothing happen, and you can only come in the game and score 17 points, and it's against a team with 3 wins, that's coaching. That's preparation, and that's coaching. That's preparation, and that's coaching. So we'll see what they do. Kawasaki said time for time to end it just on the sole fact that pocket QBs are phasing out. Look at the teams that's having good season. They are scrambling, so it's making the team more of a threat. That's what we need. Well, I'm going to tell you like this, Kawasaki. I agree with you that the pocket passer is not doesn't seem as premier, right? There was a time in NFL where the pocket passer was everything. You only wanted a pocket passer. Those scrambling quarterbacks would just get hurt and they stay out of the game. They're not effective. They're not accurate. The problem with that thinking is these quarterbacks today are scrambling, moving the pocket, and accurate, and younger, right? But the pocket passer still has a place in the NFL. You can get you a pocket passer. The problem with that though is if you got a pocket passer, you have to have an amazing offensive line. Amazing offensive line. You can't have a weak link on that offensive line whatsoever if you got a pocket passer. See, before you could kind of get that off because the defense wasn't as fast as it is now. You got to understand the teams in the past dealt with a Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick. Even if you go back further than that, you got your Steve Youngs, who was a scrambler. You got your Warren Moons. You got your I mean, you got a lot of guys that back in the day they had to deal with scramblers that was putting in work. But at the end of the day, the pocket passer is the one that always took the trophy. Yeah, they look pretty. Them scramblers look pretty throughout the season. But when it came time to get into the playoffs and it came time to really sit down and put that work together, the pocket pass is probably the most dangerous because they just pick your defense apart. When we won the Super Bowl, it was based on our defense, but also our Tom Brady was sitting in that pocket. The defenders are so fast today, though, that you got to be able to move a little bit. You can't just be a statue. And I think that's kind of where I would go with it. Not that we need somebody that's always scrambling, but we definitely need somebody that can move a little bit. You got to be able to shift a little bit to the left and right. There's got to be a threat that you might take off. Not that you're going to go anywhere fast, but a threat you're going to take off. Tom Brady ain't going nowhere. Tom Brady ain't going nowhere. And if we had an offensive line, that would be very dangerous for those teams because we protecting it, and then Tom Brady can get out there and carve you up. But when we got people that's not getting open, then even when they do get open, they're not catching the ball, and an offensive line that's super trash, super suspect. A scrambling quarterback, I'm gonna tell you the truth, a scrambling quarterback on this team wouldn't do nothing. You'll see a little bit more plays down the field, but winning games and stuff, a scrambling quarterback wouldn't do nothing. Not for what we got, what we fielding now. We got to get it. Even with look at Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl against us. He's a scrambling quarterback, the best there is. But without that offensive line, there's nothing you can do no matter who you are. Because Patrick Mahomes can throw off his back with an arm tied behind his back and throw 60 yards to a touchdown accurate. Still lost in the Super Bowl. Why? Because his offensive line was trash. We'll see it now. The game is won in the trenches. You've been hearing that for 20, 30, 40 years. The game is won in the trenches. We need offensive line and defensive line, period. That's what's missing from our team is the offensive line and defensive line. We get that figured out, we'll be okay. Stop the run and protect the quarterback and open up lanes for the run. That's all you need to do. Fire Bowles left Leftwich ASAP. So Leftwich, yeah, I agree with you on Leftwich. Not in the middle of the season. No, I don't think you should fire middle of the season. But fire Leftwich, I'm with that. I'm with getting rid of Leftwich. It's his time as an offensive coordinator for us is over. Yeah. We need to bring in somebody that's going to do something with all these weapons. Once we figure this offensive line out, we can't build up an offensive line that we're going to do this next offseason and put these weapons and that newly built offensive line in the hands of Byron Leftwich anymore. Can't do it. Play calling ain't there. It ain't there. It's not terrible. It's getting better, but it's not there. And we can't put all of this that we have, which we'll probably never have it like this again. When's the last time the Bucs you just looked at our roster and was like, this is a great roster, top to bottom, both sides of the field, great roster, great quarterback. When last time we was able to say that? Right? These last 3 years we've been able to say that. And you're gonna turn around and put that right back in Byron Leftwich's hands when he show you that he fumbling the package, he fumbling the bag. Nah, we can't do that. So I agree with you on the offensive coordinator. I do not agree on the Todd Bowles firing. I don't agree with that. Even though I will say coaching is a downfall of us, one of the downfalls, I don't think it's time yet to get rid of the head coach. But he definitely got to get some coordinators in there that know what they're doing. Feel like we're watching the pre-Brady Bucs. No, because the pre-Brady Bucs there was many more penalties, which is hard to believe, but it was, and there was a lot more turnovers. But I'm waiting on the defense, and I know they got a pick early, but that was a trash pick. Obviously, he kind of heaved before the half. But when y'all gonna start creating turnovers? I know you're getting sacks, that's good, but where's the fumbles? Where's the punching the ball out? Where's the interceptions? Where's the knockdowns and all that? Where's all that at? Where's all that at? Are y'all not going? Y'all not punching the ball out? Like, where's all of this? Making sure that these fundamental things, where are they at? You mean to tell me we're not knocking down no passes? A lot of times when they missed their pass, it was like, oh, the ball was thrown kind of weird, or it really wasn't nothing that our defenders did. It was just they didn't connect. But when we missed stuff, it looked some of that looked like what the defenders did, and a lot of it just looked like we just didn't. We wasn't really to sacrifice that extra to make sure we executed. Feel like some of y'all done wrote the season off. Bucs, feel like some of y'all wrote the season off. It definitely feel like Mike Evans has. Hope I'm wrong. We're gonna see the mentality of this team going forward. We're gonna see how they built. Because after this game, you got to feel pretty bad about yourself. After the bye week and having all your weapons, it wasn't like, oh, Julio wasn't in there, Mike Evans was down, Chris Godwin wasn't in there. So if they was in there, it'd be different. They was all in there. They all showed up. So we'll see. We be 9-2 with BA right now. I don't know, Pat. Something to think about. Why? Why would we be 9-2 with BA? IQ 252, what up, man? I see you. My people, what up? We still in this thing. Don't think we ain't in this thing. Buccaneers fans 1225 said we need a new head coach next year and a quarterback that can move. If we don't make some changes, we screw. Well, we definitely need another quarterback. Brady said he might come back. Am I against Brady coming back? Not necessarily. Not necessarily against it. Because we would be 9-2 if we had an offensive line. We would be 9-2 if we had a good offensive line. If we had an offensive line we was planning to come into this season with, we'll definitely be 9-2. I don't know. That's something to think about. Let me skip through and catch up with y'all. Edwin says a scrambling QB would get killed with his O-line. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people keep saying we need a quarterback that can move. With this offensive line, he'll be dead. He'll be hurt. Just because your quarterback can move don't mean you don't need a line. See Russell Wilson in Seattle. I mean, he trashed now, but when he was with Seattle, you had a wizard at quarterback when it comes to moving and faking and juking people out. But the fact that he had to do that every single play is what was the downfall of the Seahawks. 500. Yeah, 500 was back then. There was a 500 squad because of that. Look at Kyler Murray. Look at the Arizona Cardinals. They're middle of the pack team, just like us. Us and Cardinals on the same level, and they have arguably one of the top scrambling quarterbacks. Doesn't matter. They still middle of the pack team. Why? Because the offensive line is trash. So just a scrambling quarterback don't automatically make you great, right? But it does help when some of those plays break down. But you can't live off that. The Ravens don't live off that. Even though they got Lamar Jackson, who's damn near a running back in a quarterback body, they don't live off of him scrambling, though. He just has the ability to. So if that's what you're saying, we just need a quarterback with some scramble ability to help when some of those plays break down. Some of them. Because Mike Evans ain't going to get open. You can scramble all you want to. Mike Evans will not get open. Mike Evans ain't a burner. He just able to get higher than you. He able to out jump you. He able to out physical you as a corner, and that's how he's able to still catch the ball. He ain't breaking nobody down and shaking nobody out their boots. Not happening. So where Mike Evans gonna go as the play breakdown? Nowhere. He's gonna stay locked. He's gonna stay strapped. Chris Godwin can get open a little bit when the play break down because Chris Godwin already do that. When the play break down or he finishes his route, he start coming back toward Tom Brady. That's why he get a lot of those passes because he's the one that's coming back towards Tom Brady. Who else? Scotty Miller ain't going to get open. Right? Bashard Perriman ain't going to get open. Who else? Nobody's going to get open. Even if we got a scrambler scrambling around, the play breaks down, name the receiver that's going to get open. That's just going to be able to, in the open field, shake their man and just get wide open. Not going to happen. Cameron Brake can't do that. Cove Key can't. We don't have it. We don't have that receiver. So a scrambling quarterback ain't necessarily going to fix us. Offensive line will. Why? Because the scramble needs to be done every now and again, once or twice per quarter type thing. You don't want to live off of that. You don't want to live off of that because you won't be successful. We had an INT, but we dropped that as well. You're right. We sure did. You are sure. You are damn sure right, and you're right, and we sure did. Had a pick. 2 picks. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, we had 2 picks and dropped. It's just bad, man. Just bad football, people. Just bad football. And to the people that's gonna catch this later, my bad for going on so early. I'm missing all of the second part of the games, but I just had to get out here before it starts raining. If you're down here in Tampa, you already know. Look outside if you're down here in Tampa. Look outside. It look bad, man. So, I'm going to get off this thing, man. Shout out to y'all for coming through. Edwin, like Edwin said, the season ain't over. We still got meaningful games to watch. We hear rumors we could get Derek Carr next year in case Brady retire. I like that. We're going to definitely talk about that. It's a little early to start talking about that, but, just try to get in here before it get too late, get too crazy, and I can't do this. Then I'll skip a weekend and y'all will be like, where you at, Tampa 2? It's a lot going on, man. All right, man. I'm going to try to get some medicine in me and watch the rest of these games. Don't give up hope. We still got the rest of the season to go. We still got to push towards making the playoffs. We still got a chance to get in there and make miracles happen. It has happened before. See the Giants v. Patriots. See they rolled and they went through to get in as a 500 team and they made it and won. So we can still do it. Don't give up. But understand we are a middle of the pack team and accept it. Hooligans. Peace.